And I just ignored all the signs that I was offending him until he publicly blew up at me and just dressed me down in front of other people in the workplace. It was incredibly embarrassing. And it just blew up the friendship because for weeks previous, I had just ignored his signs that I was getting on his nerves, that my jokes were offending him. And it kills me that I blew up that friendship. It kills me.
So, what did you, libertarian person, see? What did you feel? And what did you learn?
I saw the silent presence of ChatGPT in so many of those speeches. Like every single one of them could have been, and I think many of them likely were written either by or with the assistance of AI. And I look forward to the expose on that that will come someday in the distant future. They were so generic. They were so bland. It really was, message discipline on display. I don't know why I do this every year, but I do feel this like weird sacred obligation to tune in at like 6 p.m. and watch every single lieutenant governor say, and in conclusion, fight for Kamala. And it's just horrific every time. But there's something that feels like I've done it before and I have to keep doing it in order to keep my baseline the same for my cynicism survey. So yes, the triumph of AI. And then, as you mentioned, the freedom messaging, which I think we can talk about a little bit more, but I feel like Isaiah Berlin was just rolling in his grave as we wildly conflated freedom from and freedom to, no regard at all for the fact that they were in fact incompatible. And it was sad because I was like, oh, look, someone's talking about freedom. And then it was like, they mean not at all what I mean by it.
I'm just thinking now of another bloke that I met in LA. We went for a long, enjoyable walk. And then I think at some point I must have asked him, what do you like to think about when you masturbate? And he just didn't answer my calls after that. Maybe that's not a good question to ask people, I'm sensing.
Unfortunately.
Freedom to the right to housing, as Tim Walz
Do not
about.
feel sad about Donald Trump. Freedom to have your abortions paid for by nuns.